And so haven't done any like breakdowns for the sub or anything in a really long time. And we were talking about, kind of, I was talking with somebody about kind of like what's going wrong with the defense, and I really didn't know. And I had a little bit of time today, so I figured I'd take a look at it. So yeah, it's been since like the Alex Smith years that I did any of these defensive breakdowns. So I used to play DB, or I still do, here in Germany. I played safety, cornerback in San Diego at college, D3 school, and then I also played out here in Germany for a GFL 2 team and then a third division team. I do some coaching and stuff. So my background's secondary, DB basically, and um, I was watching some videos, man, and it's just like really fundamental communication breakdowns for our team. That's kind of what the problem is right now. And you know, some weird stuff, honestly. Things that like you just don't expect at the pro level. Things you didn't see last year, or I didn't see last year at least, that are just seeing this year. So I picked some plays out just to go over them real quick, kind of see what's going on. Um, you know, easy here. You got trips formation, zone coverage for the most part. Yeah, they are totally zone coverage actually. But so what's going on is a screen pass. Uh, there's a couple of things that are fundamental for DB, and it is, you're looking for a few things basically when the play starts. And if somebody turns at a sharp angle like this, I mean, your job is crash down immediately. So like, I think this is Mike Hughes out here. So if this guy's coming down like this, I'm fucking crashing down. Crashing down. This guy, I mean, you can see he's going to block. You can see his posture. He's already going to block. I'm not exactly sure who this is inside. I think it's Sneed. I think it's Sneed. Sneed, he's just watching the quarterback. Doesn't even look at what's going on out here, which is a big problem. Has no awareness kind of what's on the play. So what ends up happening, by the time he looks, it's already a screen. It's already set up. But that's not the only mistake that he does, besides not breaking right here. He's jumping 2 feet off the ground. Huge no. You don't do that when you play cornerback. You never put 2 feet off the ground. Don't fucking hop around. If anybody out there trying to play corner or teach their kids, you don't hop. You always have a foot on the ground. I see Honey Badger's actually guilty of that all the time, but he's athletic enough to get away with it a lot, but you just really don't do that. So another kind of cornerback sin here that Sneed commits. So he doesn't crash down quick enough, and he realizes it too late that he doesn't crash down fast enough. But then it's going to absorb a block here, and you have one job once you're in the block as a cornerback is outside leverage. It doesn't matter if the play goes up the middle. That's not a worry at all. You're trying to keep that play from going outside. So Hughes, you'll see, goes outside leverage immediately, and Sneed really needs to push in here. He's out of the play already. He's not making the tackle, but he needs to push in here. And these linebackers should have been a little better position, but everybody kind of bid on this play if you watch. Everything motions right, and the O line blocks right, the motion's going right, the running back runs right, so the defense gets pretty confused right here from the start. Watch, everybody flows right. Okay, play's going right, everybody flows right. Nobody sees these two guys are going left. Hitchens, it's going left. No, bro, it's not. It's going over here. So Hitchens is out of position too. Um, so what should have happened now, like I said, is Sneed should crash down. Hitchens should clean this play up. That's really what should happen. This should be, I mean, a 1 yard gain at most. But what happens is Sneed jumps inside. Like, what are you doing? Why would you jump inside? I mean, this wide receiver he's just salivating. This is exactly the kind of play that he hopes for. This lane now is just him and Honey Badger. That's it. It's all between him and a touchdown. And we're very lucky Honey Badger is good enough to make a one-on-one tackle because he saves the touchdown. But that's a lot of fundamentals broken right there. A lot on Sneed and Hitchens. They messed that play up pretty badly. Another one is, let's see. Here you have, yeah, this is pretty simple. This is outside man, cover two. And cover two, weak points middle. But this middle linebacker, his job is to gain depth. That's what he's got to do, is gain depth. You have a tight end here, slot receiver here. Um, Most likely, you're going to try to attack cover two here, and if you're in cover two, you have to know they're going to attack here. The safeties, they're gonna be playing out here. They're gonna be playing outside the hashes basically. Minus once the play gets down to this point, they're gonna start coming in. But so what ends up happening is Hitchens just doesn't drop deep enough. He's very slow. I mean, just incredibly slow. He watches the running back actually take a step forward on the play action. Say, oh shit, a step forward. Bolton kind of watching the running back too, kind of watching the play. I would like to see him get maybe a step deeper there as well. They all should be kind of at this point right here. Not sure who that is, but they should all be at that point. This should be an even play because they're all in the same zone. Zone, zone, zone. They're all in the same thing. So everybody should be at the same level on the play basically at the same time because these guys are running successive routes. And actually, this guy's deeper, and this guy's shallower, and this guy's shallower, and this guy's deeper. So it's all kinds of messed up. But so they run the slant here. Now, this play's fucking dead if Hitchens plays this right. If Hitchens gains depth here, he should be about 2 yards further back. If he gains depth here, this play's dead. But he doesn't, and he just gives that. Oh, okay. Damn. It's my bad. Yeah, fuck that shit up. All right. Next play is right here. Let's see. Yeah, this is another Hitchens play. So you have motion here, but again, I think it's a communication problem as well. So it's Hitchens, but it's also a communication issue. I don't see anybody talking about the motion guy. Nobody's pointing. Nobody's doing really anything you do in football. You have to talk, man. You really have to talk to each other. That's a good defense. Talking, moving around. You remember like Eric Berry and those guys, man. They were always DJ, man. He was awesome at communicating. DJ was always hopping around, hand signals, going on. They have to be talking, man. Nobody talks. Nobody says anything about the motion guy. So for some reason, I'm pretty sure this is Hitchens. Hitchens and man. I don't know what he was expecting there. I think he was just running up for the run or something, but he took himself out of coverage. So he's behind was that Ertz. He's behind Ertz there, so easy fucking first down for them all day long. Another one, let's see. Yeah, this is the same defense actually that I was telling about. Hitchens needs to get deeper. It's outside man, and we got cover two, weak point here again. Also, you have a running back coming out. So here's what's supposed to happen here. Bolton is watching. That's why they're watching underneath as well. You're watching who that running back is. So when that running back comes out, this cornerback is gone. He's in man. He's going. You're the flat. And Hitchens needs to know that as well. And Hitchens needs to, again, just be deeper. He needs to be covering. I think it's Goddard. He needs to be covering him. All he has to do is trail him. He doesn't have to be on him. As your trail technique, you're a little bit off him because you have safety over the top. So you kind of bracket him. That's what's supposed to be going on here. Again, I think Hitchens a little bit out of position. I think he should be a little deeper. But also Bolton should have been running up already. Should already be down here. Bolton should be like here already. And Hitchens should be dropping back. There was no communication though. This guy, Bolton should have said, running back, whatever their fucking phrases are. Something should have been said. And Bolton should be down there. So Bolton's late. He knows he's late. And then he misses a tackle on top of it. So, easy first down. This play here. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this is another one on the cornerbacks, man. Actually, Honey Badger, man, with the fucking kind of messing up here. So, again, cornerback, safety. Once you see this here, you're running up, man. You're running up. This play is a screen pass all day long. Like, get up there. So, I think that's Mike Hughes, maybe. I'm not sure who that is. So, he stepped backwards. This huge step back. Boom. Now his momentum is going backwards. Look at this. Throws himself right into the block. Honey Badger's kind of see. So this is outside contained a little bit. But he's kind of alone here, but he's still doing a little bit of outside contain. He wants to make sure he doesn't go here. So that's what he does. But I mean, he takes so long to crash down the play that the offensive line, I think that's like the left guard, or no, it's a center. The center gets all the way downfield during this while the screen pass develops. And Honey Badger does not crash down. I mean, this play should be blown up, man. Again, going back to like Eric Berry and those guys, man. These are plays that those guys constantly blew up, you know. When this is happening, it's just a crash. It's screen, screen, screen. Boom, you're down. You're crashing that. But it didn't happen. Honey Badger kind of floated around here. And yeah, it was actually open on both sides. They ran the same. It was the same route on both sides, and nobody really caught it. Luckily, if it would have went to the left side, I think it was a touchdown. But Hurts never even looked over there because the left side has blockers for days. But anyway, next play. Let's see here. So yeah, the next play is again fundamentals, man. So you're playing this safety kind of spot here. Not safety, but he's corner, but you're playing this inside. You know, a lot of times safety comes down, plays this man. You'll safety here, same thing. Sorensen's playing that, you know, inside wide receiver, 5-yard cushion, 4 to 5 yards. You're standing tall, even if it's Goddard. You know, he's a big boy, but you gotta stand tall. And what's supposed to happen is, you know, this guy's he's either gonna come out for flat or he's gonna come up. That's really what's going to happen. And if he comes up, you don't take a step back. You have to kind of stand your ground here, put yourself into him, and then you're riding the route. You know, the route's either going to go in. There's only certain places it can go. It's either going to go to an out, most likely. You know, the open field's over here, or it's going to come in across the middle. In which case, you can be a little more lenient because you have help. But you need to know that you're alone on your outside, and you need to stick him and ride that route to the outside, and it doesn't happen again. You know, he takes a step back. He takes not only does he take a step back, he takes a step out, back and in, which is kind of weird. But he doesn't ride the route. He doesn't stand his ground. He doesn't put that good stick into him, and Goddard just kind of. I mean, it's an easy touchdown. That's very easy. That's something any tight end in the NFL is gonna get. He just bodies him basically. Sorensen does fucking even worse job over here at that, which he should do better because that's really where his bread and butter should be. You know, he does stand his ground at least, but then when he goes to apply the press on him, he just completely misses, and he's like pressing his back, pushing him further downfield. The dude's like fucking 3-yard separation. It's an easy touchdown over there too. Another play over here is. Oh yeah, this one was a good one because, man, it's all kinds of fucked up. So it's cover 2 deep, and man outside again, and I don't know what Hitchin who he's saying. He's saying that, you know, maybe saying I got motion man or some shit. I think that's what he's saying is I got the motion man. I think that's what he's supposed to have the motion man. He does not take the motion man though. So what ends up happening? So this isn't bad. I know it looks like Snead got fucking roasted, but I'm pretty sure that Sorensen here is in cover 2, and he's supposed to be deep. And Honey Badger's in cover 2, and he's supposed to be deep. And Sorensen's playing again trail technique. He's supposed to be a couple yards off. They're supposed to like bracket these guys again, and then, you know, Snead can kind of cover whoever comes across the middle or out here. And then these guys got these guys, but Sorensen drops down. Hitchin's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go after this wide receiver. Bolton's here, so Bolton can spy Jalen. Bolton's got Jalen, so Hitchin don't need to worry about him. But he's really concerned with him to the point where he actually turns his back on his man, and then Sorensen realizes like, oh shit, you know, this dude's wide open. So Honey Badger's asking what the fuck's going on. Ultimately, he got the ball. But, I mean, there's so much wrong there. Like, I don't understand how so much goes wrong in the NFL at this level, really. It's like, it's just really confusing, honestly, man. Like, so many people are open on this play because of blown coverage. Like, Ertz, wide open across the middle. Whoever this dude is, he's wide open deep. You know, this guy's wide open deep. And there's people to cover them, man. Like, Sorensen should be deep. You know, Snead shouldn't have to trail him. Once boom, trail. hand off, come back, cover Ertz. Like that's what should happen. This should have been an easy flow, you know. This should have been an easy flow for Snead. Drop back, drop back, drop back, boom, drop, come across the middle. But he couldn't. You know, he thought about it. You see him. He hesitated. He said, "Oh no, I can't. I gotta go deep because nobody's over the top on this guy." Really, really horrible blown coverage, man. This play here is oh, it's another screen. Man, they were eating us up with this shit, and it's because I mean they must have seen the tape. You know, these guys are not. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're not crashing down on it. Again, like this should. I think this is. I don't know. I think it's Honey Badger, but like you should be watching. He's watching. You're supposed to watch two things. You're in this zone. You're supposed to be watching the quarterback, and you're supposed to be watching these guys over here, especially this guy here. You're supposed to see where he goes. If this guy comes in, if this guy goes out, you're watching. You know here. When he goes out like that, guess what, man? That's a screen pass, and you know that's a screen pass every single time. But he doesn't crash down on it until it's too late. So what happens is he's out of position, completely out of position. That's just bad, man. That's bad fundamentals right there. Honestly, and I expect better from him. I really do. I just don't understand why we're so out of position on these wide receiver screen passes. Like we're afraid of them going deep or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. But like, I played this position, man. If I see this, and then this guy's not progressing down the field, get down here. Get down here. This is a screen. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on. It's pretty bad. It's just poor tackling all around as well. Another one here. Let's see. This one. Oh yeah, nobody covers Goddard again. I don't remember. Let me think here. What happened here? Oh yeah, so Sorensen is. This is I think Bolton. I think Bolton gets confused here. Again, I think this is linebacker communication. So Sorensen's on a blitz. So you have two tight ends. Two tight ends here. Sorensen's on a blitz. Outside cornerback, he's going to take Ertz. And then there's Goddard. And then there's a running back. So these two guys, they need to communicate on who's got who here. That one of them needs to, you know, be responsible for the running back. One of them needs to be responsible for that inside tight end. And if the tight end just stays in block, then fine. Then you're watching Jalen. You know, there just needs to be communication, basically, is what I'm saying. But what ends up happening is Bolton's super concerned about the running back, and so is Hitchens. And so we got two guys covering the running back and nobody covering tight end number 2 here. Tight end number 2 is wide open. So I think that should have been Bolton, honestly. I think what should have happened is Hitchens, you know, that should have been Hitchens on the running back, Bolton on tight end 2. So I don't know where the miscommunication came here, but there was some. And we got an easy play again, wide open guy. Let's see this play here. This play actually, let's see here. Oh yeah, this was another Hitchens play. So Hitchens, he doesn't get deep enough again. I'm not sure exactly why. He's super concerned about your inside wide receiver here, your slot. But meanwhile, the tight end is literally right behind him. And he just floats into the middle. You know, again, Bolton should be over here actually too. So you have the same kind of situation where these guys aren't really communicating, kind of like what's going on. Bolton, this running back's wide open. Should be Bolton over here, and then Hitchens here. And Bolton doesn't even, like, for Bolton to stand here as well, you know, kind of have some kind of idea of who's coming across the middle, because Bolton clearly doesn't. He sees the ball, but then Bolton overruns. He's going for the ball, or I don't know what he's doing, but he overruns it when he could have made a play. Really bad angle. So, I mean, linebacker miscommunication or lack of communication has been a really big problem, and was a really big problem in this game. It's just weird, but so yeah, this is kind of okay. So I talked about this a lot. It's crashing down, screen pass, crash down. So here's a great example of two sides of the field. Here's a screen pass. Look what happens. These guys are coming in. Boom. There's Honey Badger. That's what you're supposed to do. I mean, watch Honey Badger here. I feel like he got tired of this play going, so he finally hit boom boom, hit both those fucking guys. Like, don't let them just stand there and complete the screen pass. You need to come up and slam into these dudes. You're allowed to. I mean, that's your fucking job. You're allowed to do that. So, for as good as it was on this side, the play goes right, and the coverage was just as bad on the outside or on the other side. So it's the same coverage both sides. Keep that in mind. Watch the positioning here of two different cornerbacks. I think it's like right. So right here, this is Schneed. So Schneed, if this guy breaks out, he's got over the top help and he's under. If this guy comes over here, Badger took him. Schneed can break down. He's in position still. He can break this down. This is Mike Hughes. Mike Hughes, so I think this is Ertz. Ertz can come up here, but he has over the top help, and he can go here, but he's taking himself out of the play. He's not standing. He should be basically opposite of Schneed, kind of, so he can come down as well. He doesn't afford himself the opportunity to make a play on this underneath guy. So what happens is he's just extremely. So look at Schneed here. See Schneed? Schneed can either. He's in position now. He can come down on this guy or come up. Mike Hughes is not in that same position. Mike Hughes can go up. That's the only place Mike Hughes can go. And he kind of realizes it and takes some really awful footwork, honestly. Come around here. It was just really bad stuff, man. You shouldn't do that. And it's another really wide open, easy completion when it should have been drop, 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 bam. This guy's curling in. You see this guy. You're curling down. And Sorensen, I mean, look at, this is Thornhill. This is the same route. Thornhill, look where he's at. This is where Sorensen should be as well. Same spot. They're both doing the same thing. They're both trying to get to the back corner of the end zone. Sorensen does not. This is a touchdown over here. So there's just a lot of bad stuff going on in our secondary right now between our linebackers and our linebackers in coverage at least, and our kind of our cornerbacks and safety. And it's not immune to it if you're a good player, because Honey Badger's making mistakes too. And I think maybe he's trying to overcompensate or something, but I don't know. It's not good stuff, man. So I hope you guys appreciated that.